Hi everybody, thank you so much for stopping by. My name's Anquina. I'm a um, spiritual person. I'm not going to say that I'm a guider, I'm this or that. I just am here to spread some love and some joy and some healing. So today this is my very first video, and actually something popped on the radio and I thought, right, that's it. This is where we're starting. So please hear me out before you get any ideas. What I'm about to say, I definitely, I'm sure there's going to be lots of people who will get the wrong idea, but I promise you that this is coming from a loving space and a loving heart and has nothing to do with the group that I'm about to mention. Okay, so I'll start by saying I am going to go down the gay, lesbian, transgender avenue, but I'd like to add that three of my closest friends are gay, and some do drag. I've got female friends who are in same-sex partnerships with children, and I definitely do not have an issue with it at all, actually. And if anything, I try to encourage the ones who are lacking self-esteem, that, you know, in today's day and age, my goodness, that people shouldn't even be questioning this, like, it's just crazy. But what I heard on the radio was so the radio station is doing a fundraiser to raise funds to make sure that, I'm not sure if it was in Melbourne, Australia, or anywhere. I know it was in Melbourne, but I'm not sure if it was anywhere else, to raise money to get some form of support for the gay, lesbian, transgender performers, so that they can get home safe at night after their shows. And I was like, oh yeah, that's fair enough, because I watched a video not long ago. It was very, very heart touching, of performer Duffy, and Jeff Duffy, and he had been bashed nearly to death, actually, after a performance in Sydney. And he's not even gay, he just did just outrageously amazing shows, very much on the David Bowie line of things. But look him up if you're interested. Anyway, I was just like distraught to think, it's just horrible to hear those kind of situations. And anyway, so I was like, oh yeah, fair enough. And then I went, now hang on, stop. Why can't we be raising funds so that everybody gets home safe at night? Be it, okay, if we want to group the performance, fine. And why am I saying this? Because I believe this is a fundamental next step of government control over the people. Hear me out, please. And that is, okay, so divide and conquer has been known for as long as I've known, a very good tactic on, say, taking over an empire. And it became apparent to me a few years ago. I was watching a BBC documentary. It was on one of the most notorious jails in America. Very old school. It was quite disturbing to watch. It was definitely overpopulated. And these men, it was a male prison, were on 24-hour shotgun guards. So there was guards, and there was one part where it was like this hexagon shape, and there was guards on like, say, 4 of the 8 corners, if that's right with the hexagon. I'm probably wrong, but hey, I know it's kind of got that many. It's between 4 and 8. Laugh out loud, that could be totally wrong. Anyway, back to what I'm specialising in here today. And that was the epiphany when I watched. So this jail was really, really, really bad, and most days I'm sure there was at least one person, like prisoner, killed, shot. So the way of controlling these prisoners, because if we think about it, in any prison, in anywhere in the world, if the prisons actually weren't, hey, there's like, say, rough guess, 500-600 of us, and there's probably any one time maximum 20-30 guards. We could take over and get freedom in a jiffy, but they don't. And this is what I noticed why this was happening in this jail, because they had, say, all the pedophiles in one area, and then they had, say, the murderers in the others. I think it's the Crips and the two gangs that Taurus, black coloured gangs. They were separated. Then you had Ku Klux Klan, and then you had people that might have left the, one of the gangs and had to be in protection. Then you did actually have transgenders as well. So you had all these massive different groups of people. And it was watching that show in that moment, I went, look at that. They divide them and make one group hate or despise another. And by doing that, they divide and they conquer. So bringing that back out into the outside world, I believe this is how we're controlled a lot as well. I mean, there's fear and there's this and that, absolutely. And this is probably a very subtle form of fear. So back to the question, hand. I hope I'm not losing you. So we've come, this is 2019, we've come amazing long ways from back in the day where, as a child, I remember this poor man getting gay bashed at toilets and just horrible, disgusting, animalistic stuff that you just think people, just shouldn't do. And look, I'm sure it happens on some levels now, not just in the gay community, on other levels, but that's not what we're talking about today. So we've come such a long way. It's really accepted majority of the time. Still people who have phobias. And in Australia last year, I believe, it came down to, were we going to allow, as in the I hate the word gay as well, but gay and lesbian people to get married. And oh wow, the uproar and carry on that whispered and whirled around work and school and even family life. My mother had her opinion on something. I was on social media, all that kind of stuff. And I'm a parent, so I try and just explain everything to my child as openly and honestly as I can, really, and not even for her age. I mean, obviously I'll censor stuff, but I just try, explain to her that, our mummy's friend such and such, and they, that doesn't make them any different, and why can't he marry his friend such and such? Why not? Because love is love. And she's like, yeah. So, the older ones have gotten through, and then we're having kids, and most of them are getting educated on love and not hate. So we've come so far from, say, black and white segregation, male and female, to becoming equal. And then all of a sudden, I've noticed in the last couple of years, so you always had your gay and lesbian, then you had your transgender, and then you've got I probably should pause the video and get something because but all these other, so let me try, like you know what, I'm not, if I say something I'll offend people. So all these other so it's not just gay and lesbian now and transgender, there's all these other groups within that gay and lesbian umbrella, okay? Now, bisexuals. That already, I believe, creates a bit of fear, a bit of, oh, okay, what are these weirdos and these queers, which is what the response would have been back, in the 80s, 70s stuff. And not only that, say, from the divide and conquer, outside population looking in, but even within that community. Now, I should go and interview some people because I can't exactly quote because I'm not within that community, but I would believe it would be like any group that all of a sudden there's something different, they're getting more attention, or maybe I won't go down that path, but the other path is that there's a lot of, so these other, so I think it might be LB, the lesbian, bisexual, transgender. Like I said, please, like, shoot the messenger if you like, but it's not out of I'm not meaning, I've never been able to grasp it. I probably have never even Googled up to see what it's meant to be, because people are people and love is love. So I'm getting sidetracked. So back to, I need to concentrate. They're like, people are people, okay? Love is love, and what we do in our sexual relationship, if we choose to be sexual or not, or whenever, is really not something that needs to be discussed, I believe. Like, I don't walk down the street and people go, oh, there's Aunt Grenache, or she's heterosexual. But with this group, it seems to be that's the first thing people, oh, well, he's gay. Oh, they're bisexual. Or, it's just like, well, what the Franklin potato with sprinkles? Why do we have to, why is that people's focus? And so this new class of gay and lesbians having identity issues. Now, if you're having an identity issue, it's because, it's going to cause self-esteem issues. Now, if we've got self-esteem issues, gosh, that's just a whole other can of tomatoes to talk about. And I just, I probably got off track way, way, way out of what I was hoping to sort of nail. But wrapping it up, I just really believe that we need to just stop classing everybody, and really, I would like people to really think about what I've said here, and that is, in a nutshell, that we have come so far that we were all just about equal, or we were. Now the powers that be have whacked in this new class of people's sexuality that is causing, on all different levels, people to be divided again. So once again, we're really backtracking to, say, the 70s and 80s, where people were fearful and hating on gay men mostly. So anyway, lovely to meet you all through the camera. I hope this finds you well. Please, look, you're welcome to leave some comments. And like I said, this is my first video. There'll be many more. Have a lovely, lovely day. Oh, I won't do that now. I'm going to come back with some oracle cards or something later. Okay, bye.